right, so once again, I'm live coming in. 20 on the East Coast. You know, been on the move. Quite a bit. A lot of things going on. It was Easter weekend. Then you had the Pope died, all that stuff, all them distractions that went on. I hate to say that, but that's what they were. So that's what it was. But talking to Chak earlier today, yesterday, we always talk about this thing every day. It's called what is it? He got to stop genocide or something, right? The case would be right. So we're talking about it today, right? So we're gonna talk about it, and that's that. So we got to do a segment on it and really get into the nitty gritty of this thing and break it down and all that. So it is what it is. So that's just the way it is. People gotta understand. We you gotta get your health right. You don't have your health right, ain't nothing else can go right too much, right? So that's that. You gotta face the facts of that case. If health ain't right, then everything else goes wrong. Dealing with a situation lately, found out one of my family members, young one, 25, he got diagnosed with diabetes or something like that, and so forth and like so. It's been kind of challenging, to say the least, for me. Didn't think this was. Kind of expected. Could have been expected, but it is what it is, right? So. Just putting the pieces together on this situation, which could be worse, right? So that's that. So we got to talk about this food supply.
What have you eaten today? Because what we innocently consume could be harming us. We've known for several years that certain food, such as processed meat, can increase our risk of disease. But now, French researchers have made a worrying link between ultra-processed food and cancer.
Western diets are characterized by the intake of an average of, it could get to 50% of ultra-processed foods in our diets. Even a healthy product nutritionally can be ultra-processed because it can have food additives or preservatives or food colorant or sweeteners.
So what do dietitians mean by ultra-processed foods, and how do they differ from unprocessed and processed foods?
Unprocessed food, or it might be called raw food, is things like fruits, vegetables that are uncooked, nuts, seeds, those kind of things. Then to take it a notch up, you might have things like milk. And then the next level up from that is things like bread. So bread in the olden days used to be made of 3 things, and now it's made of quite a few more things. So that now fits into a processed, pretty processed products. And then we have things which are just made out of, things that you wouldn't necessarily recognize as food at all. So there's an awful lot of ingredients in this. None of them really look like food at all. So that would fit into the ultra-processed category.
Many ultra-processed foods contain artificial ingredients designed to keep them fresh on the shelves and make them look more appetizing. They include ready meals, cakes, mass-produced bread, and instant noodles.
There's an old piece of advice You should only eat food that your grandparents would recognize. But the reality of life in the modern age is that fast, cheap, and inevitably highly processed food is very, very tempting. So how do we navigate this culinary minefield?
The simple answer: fresh fruit, vegetables, foods that are high in fibre. More research needs to be done to definitively link ultra-processed foods and cancer and rule out other factors. Many consumers of ultra-processed foods are more likely to smoke and be overweight, both key causes of cancer. But the overriding advice is clear: if we must eat processed food, eat it in moderation.
Big ideas. Ultra-processed food.
So this is really about ultra processed foods and things like that, right? So, I mean, I know people love their Chick-fil-A and all that other stuff. You know, you go through, you see the drive-thrus packed and everything, but is it really benefiting you? Is the question. And that's where we need to pay attention more to. Is it benefiting you or is it hurting you? Some people argue that it benefits them. It tastes good. Some people say it's cheap. And some people say that that's why they get it. And then they don't feel like cooking. So it has factors on every side of the aisle. And that's very troubling for some people. For me, it doesn't really matter. It's like people are going to eat what they eat, but they got to know the consequences of it, right? If you don't know the consequence of what you're doing, and the effects could be very troubling, right? Or deadly, or whatever you call it. So that's that. I mean, it's really not that much to say about it in the end. So always got to pay attention to the script and the actors on the script, right? So when I look at it, it's like, you know, do what you do, but know the consequences. But so I know a lot of us, you know, we talk about the jabs and so forth and the like. Right. Which is interesting. And that plays a part too. But at the same time, I think that we got to be more aware of things like that. What's up, man?
Mic check, mic check.
Yeah, you all right?
Yep.
All right, talking about these ultra processed foods here. They call it ultra processed. I don't know why they call it ultra processed. They need to call it processed. I don't know what all this ultra MK, that's
Plant
MK Ultra.
base. Plant base.
Hmm.
Hmm?
Yeah. But
Plant
I'm gonna let you
base.
hear it. So look, everybody, y'all know Shaq, he be on here all the time. So we and him been talking about this in the morning months. I've been I got a nephew, like I said, that gained 50 pounds and I got diabetes and stuff now. So new reality of life, but that's okay. So we be talking about this stuff, cancer and food and stuff. So we're gonna talk about it on this one. What do they call it? Stop the genocide and also things about chemical annihilation, as they say. Now, this is funny because you put it in two and two together, chemical annihilation and ultra processed foods, as they say, and it's all in this thing go together. So they're really one and the same, to be honest with you. But the chemicals also come from clothes and other things like that. Probably put up a slide on polyester or some shit like that, right? Polyester in your clothes.
Just trying to tell y'all.
But yeah, so we always talk about this stuff every day. We kind of like a quote unquote a
Think tank.
real black think tank, not this fucking porn shit that think tank porn where everybody got something and then you say this and you say that and then you say this and then on and on and on and on and on, right? But you got to actually like put the pieces together, right? I mean, the food. I mean, Popeyes. I was riding home and I happened to look and I got or Golden Corral or whatever. But you got Cookout, that's fast food drive-through. Panda Express, Chipotle, which people don't consider fast food, but it is what it is. Panera Bread. What's other than restaurant in there? Krispy Kreme. Kroger, the grocery store. So, the Jamaican restaurant, Karina's. And Popeyes. Yeah, Popeyes is the one with the biggest drive-through over there. That's right. All right. I had to figure out all them. Oh, Arby's and Bojangles. That's it. Bojangles. And I got in a Waffle House.
Wendy's. Then we're gonna talk shit.
Wendy's right across the street.
Oh.
No, I'm telling you all the stuff around here. Wendy's is right across the street. All right, now Chicken Fiesta, that's like a Tex-Mexican grill or something there. You might get some decent salmon out there or whatever. But I just named about 5 restaurants they consider to be actual fast food when you go to a drive. The Chicken Fiesta, you got to walk in or order. Golden Corral, you got to go in or something like that, right? But Krispy Kreme got a drive-through. Panda Express got a drive-through. Wendy's drive-through. What's the other one? No, Chipotle not drive-through. Popeyes drive-through. That's 4. It's one other restaurant. Oh, it is a McDonald's down the street, but that's underneath the bridge, so that's on the other side. But yeah, I just named 5 restaurants within a 2-mile radius that you can stop at to get something to eat. And I get all Bojangles you can drive through, so that's past the bridge, so I can use Bojangles and drive. Obviously, there's about 6, but some people consider Arby's fast food, but some people don't. But I will say Arby's been in business for a while. You call them fast food, but they got a different menu. But the main one, you gotta have more people going to Popeyes than Arby's. And watch this. I said earlier, why do people buy fast food? They tell you because it's cheaper than buy, or better yet, but the new thing ain't even cheaper no more. Is I don't feel like cooking. I don't have time. I don't have this. I don't have that. That's the new thing now. So that's not even about, it's not even about the time. It's, you're doing too much. I want to eat on the go, blah, blah, blah. So guess what fast food restaurants started doing? You used to get 2 for $1. They know now, hey, look, we can do the same 5 or whatever. And some restaurants even now have certain times of the day where they increase their prices.
Mm-hmm. You have
So
to, what they call them, the surcharge, surcharge or some shit like that.
yeah,
I mean, yeah, is that what they call it?
yep, yep. So that's what they call it. So I looked at all these restaurants and I said, okay, all right, let's see here. So we on here.
Foods, or UPFs, have captured the headlines for recent insights into the negative impacts their consumption has on both your health and the wider world. But what does ultra processed food mean? What exactly are they? And what can you do to avoid them? What does ultra processed food mean? Ultra processed foods are a common sight on today's shelves, defining any food products made with industrial ingredients and additives that aren't normally found in your kitchen. They're often high in calories, fat, sugar, and salt, whilst being low in nutrients and fiber. Designed to be convenient, cheap, and appealing, new research into UPFs is bringing to light just how harmful they can be to your health. Some of the negative consequences they pose to your health include increasing your risk of obesity, diabetes, heart disease, diet deficiencies, high blood pressure, cancers, and other chronic conditions. The usual definition of UPFs is based upon the NOVA classification system that categorizes food and drink into 4 categories: unprocessed or minimally processed foods, processed ingredients, processed foods, and ultra-processed foods. Examples of UPFs include confectionaries, fried snacks, processed meats, and cakes and biscuits. Notably, meat and plant alternatives are also, on average, not as healthy as one would think. Even sauces, dressings, dips, and spreads fall under the banner of ultra-processed foods, containing thickeners and artificial flavors that lead them to be extremely high in salt and fat.
Now, that's interesting. I'm gonna tell you why. Because actually, your body needs salt, but not the kind of salt that they be putting in this shit. That shit they need probably real salt. They ain't no damn iodine. It might be some bullshit, man. Yeah. But definitely they cause problems. What do you
I
think?
mean, well, you can look up some real mineral salts, man. Like you said, I mean, it's things out there like sodium, things like boron, baking soda. I mean, you got things like DOS, DOLCE, which is another sea salt, form of an actual sea salt. Kelp, Celtic salt. You got pink Himalayan sea salt. You got black salt. You ever had black salt before, bro?
I've heard of it. Yeah, I've had the Himalayan salt. And I think I have had some black salt. But here's the thing though, with a lot of these salts. Guess what? When you go to the store, you got some stores that got them, right?
Yeah.
But they ain't gonna be on the front row. They're not gonna be on the front row most of the time, though. You're gonna see that junk on it in a separate section or away from the main product.
You better believe.
So that's the difference there. So I mean, even though people know it, people will go with the main product a lot. They know that. So that's why they put it on the front. So it's a smart move. I mean, it's marketing. When you see all these fast food restaurants, you go on the street, that's marketing, man. We marketing to you.
Yeah, advertisement.
Mm-hmm.
Adverse. The word hey, what they say, the devil. But no, I never people say these phrases and shit, man, and you be like, what the hell are you talking about? The devil's in the details. I'm like, okay, I don't see no tail in devil, but details. Devil has a tail, allegedly. Allegedly, devil tells tales, lies.
They're tall tales, man. Tall tales.
Details. Yeah, they're details. So adverse, advertisement, adverse. God damn, these motherfuckers are smooth, ain't they? Hey, they better than what's the nigga name
Well, look,
back
hold
in the
on.
day? Hold on, what's the dude name, man? The magic nigga name back in the
Houdini?
day. Houdini, but what's the other
Houdini?
nigga name? Yeah, Houdini. What's the other dude name though?
MacGyver?
Who? Nah, the
Ain't
other magic
MacGyver, is
nigga
it?
that. No, man,
David
other magic
Copperfield?
dude, bro. Copperfield.
David Copperfield?
Yeah, he's David Copperfield. That's who.
Okay.
They pulling
Well,
off some real David Copperfield as smooth, bro.
all right, well, let me play this part. If we're gonna talk, well, I ain't gonna talk about no damn David Copperfield, but I know you did.
Are all processed foods bad for you? No, not all processed foods are bad for you. Some processed foods are necessary or beneficial to your health, such as pasteurized milk, wholemeal bread, and low-fat
Stop.
yogurt. These
Stop
foods
it.
undergo minimal processing to make them safe, suitable, or nutritious.
Advertisement. Adverse. Damn it. If you don't know, you don't know, man. So I'm glad you have me.
This some funny shit, man. This
So
some funny
this is,
shit, man.
bruh.
This is
Okay. There you go. You got it.
this some funny shit, man.
But some, like sausages, have been linked to an increased risk of cancer. Many countries have already created new dietary guidelines that advise against consuming ultra-processed foods. Studies of UPFs have been observational, meaning that they can't definitely conclude cause and effect, but research highlights that consumption of these foods offers
Now check this out. You heard this, so they can't measure the cause and effect now. Just make sure you heard that now, right? So make sure you heard that. I mean, they can't tell you whether that's the real deal now.
Yeah.
They leave
But
that
the
out.
fact, but the fact that
That's,
they pulling another scam on people. The fact that they call it ultra processed food, like you said earlier. No.
and
It's
they ultra
processed.
what?
Ultra what? So if it's ultra, then we know it's shit. It's already processed, so that means there's already some unnatural things going on. So they telling you only look out for the ultra processed food. Don't look out for the processed food. So the that's what I'm saying. So the but no, this is trigonometry, bro. SAD, nigga. S, the A, and the D. Huh? What does it stand for?
That's what he do. Hey, crazy shit ain't today.
The S, the A, and the D. You feel me? The sad diet, nigga. The standard American diet. The sad
Yeah,
diet.
assholes in it. Oh, American Standard
Huh?
Oil.
That's what I
I
just
see
said.
it.
The S, the A, and the
That's
D.
right.
You
That's
see
right.
me? It's the sad
And American
diet.
diet. Yeah,
Bruh. Tricknology. So she gonna tell you about ultra processed food. So the baseline is processed food. So you can't be nowhere near healthy when the baseline is processed. Damn, bro. These motherfuckers, boy, they
what's
dirty.
going on? What's going on, Dawson?
How y'all doing, my good brothers?
Man,
We
we out here
ain't
banging,
put
baby.
antidote.
Laughing, man.
Huh?
I say we not falling for the okie doke, huh? Processed versus over processed. The question should be, why is the food processed anyway?
You
There you
know
go.
what? It's a good question because you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. So yeah, Sunday, my brother called me and say, "Look, I'm gonna start working out with your nephew." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I mean, he do it anyway." But I like, so I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah." He's like, "You know, he got the diabetes, right?" I said, "Yeah, I know it." I said, "How much weight did he gain, by the way?" Because I said he has been getting a little bit, 50 pounds. I said, "Yeah, it probably is about that." Yeah. I was like, "Okay." So he's like, let's get the walking the steps and all that stuff redid anyway. I said, yeah, but I'm gonna just put it this between me, you, and the lamppost here. I'm gonna tell him, hey, look, you go over the house more than I do. Let me know what's in that medicine cabinet, man. I gotta figure out something here. I'm gonna tell him, let me find out something here.
Yes,
I said, this ain't good.
yeah, that ain't normal. So somebody gained 50 pounds, and did they put them on new medication?
I have no idea, but I will tell you this. I know this. I know that you don't eat all the time that much because sometimes them waste food to throw food away. So I like.
Oh, it don't matter. See, the medicine will still cause the retention and the weight gain, and it can still give them a form of being full. See,
that's right.
So that doesn't matter about him not really eating. It's whatever. Because remember, he was a little just down and depressed with his job, and So I don't know if that contribute to them changing his medication, increasing the dose, or putting him on something new.
We'll see. Well, I just told him let's get to it, but I told him that I'm gonna talk to him and say let's find out what's in that medication cabinet, man. Yeah, I gotta go. I said you be over there, boy. You got to go in that cabinet, man. But no, we and Shaq, we just sit there. We say, because I told him we gotta talk about this stuff because I told him earlier I was coming home and I said, look, we're gonna look at this jump. So it within a mile radius, really probably 0.5, you got Krispy Kreme drive-through, Panda Express drive-through. On the right side, you got Chipotle. That's not drive-through. Panera Bread. Yeah, I think they got drive-through. Karina, that's a Jamaican restaurant. Popeyes, of course, drive-through. Wendy's, Arby's, Waffle House. And actually, Waffle House don't got a drive-through, but they got a jump between the hours 11 and 6 now where you can just come up to a window and place an order. Because they don't have a lot of traffic during the day. So that's another little gamut. But I looked at and they got Bojangles too. But what I'm saying is, when you look at all these, you say, damn, what's like 1:30 in the daytime? Where everybody going? Oh, well, I was out the other day and what was I was in Newport News, Virginia. And nice event or whatever. And whatever. So, had salmon, macaroni trees, Brussels sprouts, mashed potatoes, etc. So whatever, right? Fruit sis kebab, whatever. But I was looking at that, and then you look across the street, they had a restaurant called Cheddar's, they had the mall. We look at all the fast food restaurants going on in the street. Now, what do people say to eat fast food? Because it's cheap, it's convenient. Some of the women say because they don't feel like cooking. As a matter of fact, I really shouldn't say this, but I gotta just go ahead and say it. I think the woman was talking one day out park or whatever, talking about, she said is, my man took me to some restaurant, one of them damn Five Birds, one of them restaurants. It's nice restaurant. They got grill. It's like a grill place. And she said, is this is him taking me out to that restaurant head worthy? I said, yo, what the fuck kind of crazy shit is this? Right? But nevertheless, I said, to go cook a meal or something. She was like, those are marriage duties, me cooking meals. She was like, I'll buy him something to eat. I'm like, okay, no. I said, what you buying? I said, please don't buy me. She was like, one of the restaurants of, what is that damn restaurant called? It really don't matter. You can be Raising Cane's. I forget the damn name of the restaurant. It don't even fucking matter. I'm just saying, like, people ain't nothing wrong with it. You go to a restaurant now, Texas Roadhouse be packed all the time. Shit, Texas Roadhouse is so packed on Sunday. That was even eat on Sunday. But what I'm saying is, for the most part, if you look at it from the hours of 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., drive-throughs in a lot of places are packed, depending on where you're going, and they're doing it for convenience. But then, like I said, cancer, diabetes, and it ain't no ultra nothing. Matter of fact, you call it MK Ultra because they got the word ultra in the word. See that?
Remember,
ultra process.
when this all started, you should look up the history of the fast food industry. When they started this mass production, that's why they'll give you a loan in a minute for a restaurant. The banks will give you a loan for a restaurant. They will easily finance you.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Well,
you know
how about this? How about you look up right now on the screen how many, and we did this before, how many restaurants are in the United States of America? That's gonna blow your mind. Shit, in New York alone, probably got more restaurants than people go around the world.
Well, I'm gonna say this. There's two questions you need to ask here. How many restaurants in America? And then we need to ask how many churches are in America. That's the other one we need to find out. That might be really mine too. I'm talking about your little corner churches too here. Because somebody was eating a lot of ham and shit on Sunday. Man, I said, damn, man. I said, I look at all these people. I was like, damn, what the hell y'all doing? And I was asleep that day too. But it's kind of crazy. Hey, look. Somebody got fed on Easter. Hey, look, the good thing is, I will say this. That side they pulled yesterday with the Pope. I gotta say this though. Hey, look, at least he died 3 days after Friday, so they say. So he might have been the real Jesus.
So I guess he rose again, huh? Boy, ain't that something?
You said, is it how many restaurants in America are fast food restaurants? Which one was
it? Shit, fast food and restaurants. Yeah.
Hey, look, man.
In the United States. Ah.
That's a good one right there. 10 fast food chains that dominate America. That's Domino's is one of them. I wouldn't even Domino's. And why they gonna tell me about all these fast food chains to eat it? I don't need to know that. Why fast food has gotten so expensive? That might be something. I told you. Now look, I ain't got to tell you.
How many is it?
They realize, hey, look, it's not saying right there. I'm gonna just pull it up. But what I'm telling you,
you need to go on Chat GPT or my other phone charging. You may have to go on AI to pull it up or Google. Well, you know how Google be, but
let me see. Hold on.
But I'm gonna pull it up right now. Cause that shit funny as hell.
Okay, let me see. Hey Google.
216,000.
How many fast food restaurants? How many?
216,110. But quick service restaurants, which I consider to be fast food, I guess, 199,931. And that don't even include grocery stores and shit that sell you fast food in the damn grocery store, convenience, all these convenience markets and shit. They ain't even gonna start on them. But yeah.
Now see how many fast food restaurants is around the world. I mean, they probably got a lot around the world, but really want to go by country though. Let me see. Hey Google, how many fast food restaurants are in China? It says there are. Oh shit!
How many is it?
Hold on, let me see. Now this motherfucker trip. On my other phone, I hate say Google all my other damn phones. That's crazy. I had to turn the mode off. Hold on. Okay. Hey Google, how many fast food restaurants are there in China?
2.5 million fast food restaurant locations. According to Hibis World, there are about 2.5 million fast food restaurant locations operating in the industry in 2023, including franchise and chain operators of all sizes and independent Chinese-style fast food facilities throughout the country.
I'm talking about China, bro. I ain't talking about what the hell this motherfucker talking about. Yeah,
Let's see.
establishments.
Here we go right here. Now we talked about the food thing, right? So
Yeah,
I had to get to this other part because we talked chemical. So the thing is, here we go. How fast fashion and recycled polyester create the microplastics in our blood. So it's about polyester now, right? We're talking about polyester, the chemicals. It can affect your fertility and hormones and so much other stuff, right? We talk about that all the time. Okay. Now, I was talking to the guy the other day, and we were talking about basically, his wife or whatever. She was starting to get a little bit wider. Let's put it like that, right? And he was saying, I know you do. I said, he said, man, I started getting my wife some more clothes. I said, where you going, man? He was laughing and shit. I just talking to him and shit. He talking about what that damn thing called? What that damn place my aunt used to take me to when I was a kid?
Burlington.
Is it Lane Bryant or Catherine? One of them damn stuff. No, Lane Bryant,
Damn.
man. Shit, or Catherine, one of them damn stuff.
Why the hell she take you to Lane Bryant?
Right. Shut up.
Hold on.
She took me with her because I was
like, okay. She was going to get her son.
I was riding with her and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was riding with her and shit. She picked me up school and shit. And I used to she'd take me places and shit with her and shit. And she said, I said, dang, and I asked her, I said, what's going on in here? She couldn't tell me, she was like, I realized something about Lane Bryant or was it Catherine? One of them damn stores. I forget which one it was. But you just realize that you could tell when the way the clothes designed. So they got clothes for everything and everybody. But the question is, I didn't know it then. Of course, I was 11, 12 years old. They weren't telling me this. Did those clothes have polyester in them? Probably so, right? Who knows, right? But I was looking at this thing, the way they marketed clothes. You market Fashion Nova. And that's another thing. Now, any woman that got by Fashion Nova can tell you that shit don't fit right on everybody. Matter of fact, it may not even be designed for you. I'm gonna be dead honest with you. I just never get it. I mean, matter of fact, hey, I'm talking to her. I got a woman right here. Hey, Dawson, is Fashion Nova designed for everybody? Tell the truth. You know it's not. Come on, let's be real now. Shit, come on, man. Let's be real. No, it's not. But the Fashion Nova comes out polyester. I gotta look at the label. I mean, me, I ain't looking at it. I mean, unless a woman got the clothes laying right there in front of me, I look at it, I ain't going but any woman out there, just let me know the polyester is. Is that in Fashion Nova too? But what I'm saying is that
leather.
I was talking, we was talking to a woman, and they were, the woman, people laugh, but the guy told me his daughter wants to be a seamstress. Now, this guy, I'm just telling you, he is a Muslim guy. So I'm just letting you know. So, the other girl asked, there was a lady out there, she said, we walking the track or whatever. She said, she was like, well, how much money is she gonna be able to make being a seamstress? He was like, you making the clothes. He wasn't worried about the money. He was just saying you making the clothes. He like, you make your own clothes.
Yo.
You can design them how you want, and you can dictate the
Oh
fashion.
shit, I'm live right now. Yeah, I'm live right now. YouTube.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
All right.
So, but
If we done by then.
the question is polyester you hear me?
I hear you, BJ.
Oh, okay. Now I think it was him. Okay, he was talking.
It's the BP.
So this is about polyester.
Oil spill from 2010. Petroleum is flowing out into the ocean until it can be sealed. But even after it's closed, the contamination won't stop flowing. This is the story of fashion, petroleum, and us. At the heart of this story, we find plastic. Our oceans are contaminated with the plastics we have been using since the 50s. Like polyethylene, PET, PVC, and styrofoam. They make bags, bottles, packaging, nets, and everything we need very cheaply. But the problem is that they don't degrade. They just break down into smaller and smaller pieces called micro and nanoplastics, eventually finding their way into animal life. Microplastics were even recently discovered in human blood in March of 2022 by Professor Chak. We asked him, what type of plastic is getting into our blood?
Well, the interesting thing is, if you talk about clothes, you're looking at these plastic particles. And one of the more predominant plastic particle types are fibers.
Plastic fibers, aka polyester. According to the Textile Exchange, 52% of all textiles produced are made of polyester. But what is polyester made from?
Hydrocarbons.
And we must end our dependency on all Russian hydrocarbons. I don't think we can turn our backs entirely on hydrocarbons.
Hydrocarbons. Polyesters are hydrocarbons, also known as petroleum or natural gas. The same petroleum that is causing conflicts all over the world and creating oil spills and excessive CO2 emissions is also what we are wearing on our skin. How does this transformation happen? Are we really wearing petroleum? First, hydrocarbons.
What's up, man?
What's good? What's good? What up, y'all?
What's the word, Frank?
Shit.
I'm
living the scheme, you feel me?
Talking about these fabrics, man, and these polyester. As a matter of fact, Dawson, by the way, they say today is Earth Day. I like, wait a minute, hold on, man. I said, damn, y'all done had Easter, Earth Day. I like, what's next, man? Oh, Mayday coming up. My man, Mayday coming up. Yeah, right. But it's okay.
Sound like more money.
Look.
Sound like just money.
Yeah, they got money the other day for Easter, man. They okay, man. Don't worry about it. Hey, look, man. Got to say one thing on Easter. Gym closed, Sam Club closed, all that. Hey, look. So the guy walked to me the other day. He said, man, he said, BJ, how you feeling, man? He like, how you feeling on Resurrection Sunday? I said, you got to be kidding me right now. You joking? He like, no. He said, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good, man. He like, I said, bro, I'm resurrected every day, dude. I mean, he had a woman ask you the same thing. She like, what's your short and long-term goals? I said, my short and long-term goals is the same, staying alive. And what's yours? Thank you very much. I got to hear this. What they call it? Resurrection Sunday. So, got a question. I mean, when you go to sleep at night, to be honest, when your body getting rest is resurrecting. If you want to be honest, just saying, or it should be resurrected. Excuse me. Now, but it's okay. I'm just saying. So, but now, Frank, we were talking about the ultra processed. Well, no. We were talking about the processed foods. Ultra processed. That's a new term they got. We it's ultra processed. So please don't eat this food because it's bad for you, and we could cause diabetes, cancer, and all this stuff. So that was that, right? Now, ultra sound like MK Ultra to me, right? They got the word in there. Now we're talking about polyester clothes, which is polyester. That's what they used to make clothes with. I mean, Dawson, what's the weather like out there? Just ask the question.
Well, it stormed like crazy yesterday. So they claim it's supposed to rain tomorrow and Wednesday, but temperature is hovering around like 80, 83 degrees, cloudy.
All right. Yeah, it's 80 here. Now watch this. All right. So tell the young girls outside, can y'all please? I'm asking for myself, but you can tell them you want to help me out. Can y'all please take off the fucking leather pants, man, in the 80-degree weather? The shit looks kind of crazy. As a matter of fact, I just say it, man.
Did y'all see old bitch Brian James with them leather ass pants on Saturday? Getting ready before the game started?
Yeah. No, that was on
I say just bussified, and he had on that little short blue jean shirt. Okay.
You know something? Now, I'm gonna be dead on with you. I think I might have worn a leather jacket before, maybe a leather shirt. But that leather pants shit is very uncomfortable. Like, no, fuck this shit. And I'm just being dead on with you now.
I'm too sexy for my pants.
Now
I'm too sexy.
Look, I was talking to my boy, his wife, she drive for Mercedes, right? You got the leather seats. And I said, I hope she and your wife don't wear leather pants while she got leather seats in the car. He's like, yeah. I said, damn, I know in summertime she is baking. I told her she baking. He's like, man, why you cracking over me, man? He said, yeah, you're right, BJ. She do be baking though. She said, I said, damn, that day you don't wear no fucking leather pants in damn summertime. What the fuck wrong with y'all? I said, y'all getting kind of Looney Tune to me, man. He was like, yeah, man. He was like, man, he like, it's fashion. Just like Fashion Nova. Now, I'm just telling you, Shaq, I was joking with Dawson, but I mean, any woman, no, Fashion Nova don't fit everybody. Matter of fact, I don't even understand why. Never mind. It don't fit everybody. Let's put it like that. I know it don't. Because I don't see motherfuckers have more returns on that shit. But the question I'll be asking.
We have a lot of returns, BJ. That's right.
I knew they got a lot of return. I know a girl that dang returned it because she told me this thing, should I order $300 clothes Fashion Nova and I had to send 60% of it back. I said, well, I mean, you might tell you to do it. But I mean, but so you gotta be careful when you buy any clothes. I had to say, what the hell I ask my question. When niggas start buying these crazy ass clothes, you know what I'm saying? Just say it like, look, I'm gonna be dead on with you. Just, hey, look, might sound harsh. It is what it is. Hey, look. What is it, all this stuff they got? These dumbass polyester clothes or whatever. Is it Victoria's Secret? What are the other? Just all this other bullshit. And you be sitting there saying to myself, yo, what the hell happened to dressing? Because everything want to be a fashion statement. And when you make a fashion statement, fashion could be killing your ass. That's why this young says polyester. Are you wearing petroleum? Shaq, are you wearing petroleum? I just asked the question now.
Well, look, I mean, just go down to the Skippies. Polyester. They got polyester. What you think was in your the lining of them damn these underwears and stuff, bro? Huh?
Hey, look, man. I'm gonna be real, man. Hey, look, man. I tell you what. Let's do this, man.
Coverings, the bed linens
You
and
know,
stuff. They got that
sometimes
polyester in it.
look at man. Put some baking soda in your water. Put some baking soda in your water, man, or something like that, man. Hey, you gotta have a detox, man. Please detox yourself from all this shit. You know, I have some black seed oil that I got right here, or something like that. But come on, man. Let's get real, man. People
Well,
look. Like I told you, the lady asked me the other day, Shaq. She like, "What's your long term staying alive?" That's what you're not getting me into a radio. What's short term goal, long term goals? Staying alive. That's me. That's the question. Please, thank you very much. Right? You know, and you get into all this stuff about these clothes and all this. But what I'm saying is, everybody is so hasty. That's why I said the other day, extra. Now all of a sudden Easter coming now, we're getting 80-degree days. I mean, damn, it was like 50 degrees last week, right? I said, so they had to know. And by the way, Dawson, they said the eggs were too high, so they had rock hunts and shit. They're hunting painted rocks out here and shit, right?
Yeah, yeah, I heard of, or they had beer hunts this time. Ain't that something?
You said beer hunts. What you mean?
That's some crazy shit.
Beer, yeah, pull it up.
That's some fucking crazy. Hey,
in
look,
Belgium, they had one. It was on social media. Some people had some beer hunts. Yeah, look it up.
Deer hunts.
Hey, man.
On
hey,
East
look, it's all right.
on the.
Hey, look, I'm laughing.
Hey, they like to get drunk, don't they? I mean, it's a holiday, so why not?
Oh, you say beer?
Yeah, beer, BEER. Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Hey, man. It might as well because it damn sure went Easter, went Passover shit.
Hey, look, everybody.
That been passed over.
Yeah, the sun, exactly.
Hey, look, I gotta get used to one thing.
He has risen, but don't know nobody else that then died has risen. Man, please, miss me with it.
Church
Damn.
was open at 6 o'clock, didn't they? They opened at 6. They had church service 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock in the morning.
You know what's crazy?
Are pumped from the earth and then transported through pipelines to petroleum refineries to be separated by heat. Petroleum has many uses, primarily fuel, but the petroleum fraction we need is called naphtha. After refining naphtha, we get two lighter hydrocarbons, ethylene and xylene. Once we have these two hydrocarbons, we move on to the chemical processing stage. Here we'll convert xylene into dimethyl terephthalate and ethylene into monoethylene glycol. These are the two hydrocarbon chemicals we need to make plastic. By polymerizing monoethylene glycol and terephthalic acid, we make polyethylene terephthalate. PET is one of the most common plastics made. PET is polyester. They are the same thing. The PET chips now only need to be melted to make plastic bottles or polyester fibers. They're the exact same type of plastic made directly from petroleum. This is why recycled PET bottles can be melted to make polyester fibers. So how does PET become our clothes?
So let's stop it right there. Just bring that up. Because remember when you used to say, hey, have you recycled your stuff? You remember you say you're recycling? Hey, look, don't throw that away, recycle it, right? Didn't they used to tell you that all back when we were kids stuff? Put it in, go to recycle thing. I'm going to recycle bin. Remember they used to say that?
Yeah.
Then they turning your waste into plastic, and then they turn it into polyester. And the same plastic you throw away, they make it. Damn, that's kind of very interesting when you really think about it. But hey, here's what it is. What do you think about that, Frank? Frank, you there? What?
Well, what happened now? We said.
What do you think about that? They recycling, right? And then they use the same bottles, you throw it away, and then they make it into
like clothes and shit.
Polyester.
This
Yeah.
country, just like I'm not feeling that. Just like I'm not feeling how you got. Why is the water and why is certain products still in plastic? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's really chemical warfare, if you ask me. Then they make food here and shit. See, and these motherfuckers be talking about all this shit
That's
about
what I mean.
motherfuckers
Chak called
processing.
it chemical annihilation. But
Processing
that's not the time.
Yeah, warfare. Yeah,
we talk
annihilation.
about
Yeah.
this shit, this processing shit. What else? Oh man, and tariffs and all this shit. What about us sending fucking? You know what I'm saying? You know, we sending food that got all those nutrients in it to other places, but we keeping this shit in here for American. That's why I don't. That's why I don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, a lot of this shit, man. It's political shit. I see it for what it is. It's a fucking game. It's theater. It's a show. You know what I'm saying? It's content. It's like content
now,
on YouTube.
in this
It's
morning-
that shit. That's all it is, and that's all it ever will be.
Money, Frank, money, all for money.
Till we stand up against these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because we so divided as people and
Now,
shit, like how they want us.
Watch this.
It ain't going. It's going to still continue to be like this, man. You know what I'm saying? The billionaires get. You know, it's all about the billionaires. It's about corporation. It ain't about. I mean, it's about economy. It's not about. You know what I'm saying? Country. You feel me? It's not about. You know what I'm saying? People. You feel me? It's just about economy. You know what I'm saying? Commerce.
You know
money.
something they will say about that?
Greed.
You know something today? You know something you're saying? Today is Earth Day. They call it today Earth Day, right?
Where's RFK at? Where's these motherfuckers with this health shit?
Now,
where they at?
After they're going right back to their little conclave because I'm like, wait a minute, Earth Day. What the hell is that, right? I mean, I know what it is, but they talking about, you know, the environment and all that. Now, you got some people that really mean it, but at the same time, like I told the guy the other day, you ain't got to really mean. All you got to do is just don't buy it, or you got to tell people about it. But my thing is, like I told you, people love instant gratification. That's what I said. I told the dude you talking about last other day. He talking about, you know, talking about somebody they what they do? They said that the Gucci bags or something with this price and that price. I said, bruh, hold the fuck up. You can't get mad at nobody for that. Who the hell told you had to go buy Prada and Gucci? Matter of fact, that Prada and them, they ain't gonna buy the damn company, man. Anybody tell you had to buy that? Look, I'm
people
just
still
being
gonna buy it.
It's okay. It's okay, women, men, whatever. In this case, I don't give a fuck. My thing is, who the fuck told you? No, let's keep this black people. Let's keep this black people. Fuck all that. Who the fuck told you had to go buy some fucking $300, $400 Jordans? Ain't nobody tell you had to do no shit like that. You chose to do that. Anybody tell you do no dumb shit like that? Look, matter of fact, since 2015 or 16, whatever, I forget what year it is. If I spend over a pair of $50 pair of shoes, that is almost insane. I'm like, no, you do no. You can buy a pair of shoes, $20 fucking $15. You know, you buy sandals, whatever the hell you don't have to go fucking for money. And then I'm like, you know, I'm just saying this. Look, they had proms this weekend. I'm sorry, guys. They had proms. Nice, good job. You know, in the high school prom, people love it, right? That don't mean that all the time you go to prom, you got to have the top of the top. You want to ride in the Mercedes, fine. You want to ride in a convertible, I really don't care. But my thing is, hey, look, here's the deal. I was telling the guy the other day, I do look at it back in the day, you know, you got your first car. Mine was a Ford Tempo. I don't know what everybody else was. Sometimes your family gave you a car. Sometimes they bought you a car. Sometimes they gave you the family. Most people used to keep cars and give the family car back in the day. They won't buy no specific car just for you. Mama might buy a new car, or daddy might buy a new car and then give you the car that they didn't have as your first car. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's up to you. But, you know, but hey, you do what you want to do. But I always say the consequences of this thing. You know, ain't no need to have one car note, then jump back to another one. Me, shit crazy there, right? As a matter of fact, car one of the most overpriced products as it always has been. Because anybody tell you, hey, look, man, you drive off lot, cause decrease in value.
Depreciates like a
As a matter of fact, another thing, also, this is the way they get the women at. They get women on all these repairs. Hey, you know, you need this fixed, you need this fixed. Man, I said, yo, I had to tell the lady I know, I said, wait a minute, hold on. I know you ain't paid them $800 for something like that. You could have called somebody else and got that shit fixed for $200. I know you ain't going to do that. Yeah, because, you know, they told me I need to get it fixed. Oh, yeah, right, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, well, hey, look, they always try to get somebody. You know, Mary J. Blige and Jay-Z had a song, Can't Knock the Hustle. So they hustling. I can't. But, so, I was out the other day, guy brought up something. Now, this goes to your food and this still fit on food and polyester. They call it allergy season now. Right. Allergy season. Right. Now, I've never had any allergies per se, but I will say a couple weeks ago that pollen was it didn't bother me too much. It just I got tired of that shit just being on the car and getting on your clothes and stuff. But some people really got sick from all that pollen.
Yeah, my brother, he ended up with pneumonia. I know.
Well, that wasn't no pollen, was it?
Right. Oh yeah, no, that's more than because he always suffer for allergies.
Then I'm like, now watch this.
Do what?
Now watch this. Now I'm gonna tell you something funny. I'm gonna tell y'all something funny here. Watch this. I ain't seen no whole lot of bees, but I have been seeing wasps though. Quite a few wasps. Matter of fact, I was in the car the other day. I said,
Yeah.
Now watch this. You know wasps. Now you know wasps is actually predatory too and can hunt beehives. Y'all know that, right? But that ain't the reason why all these bees dying though. All right, so let's be real about that. But what I'm saying is that I've been seeing wasps. I ain't seen a whole bunch of bees. So they told you 80% of the bees is dead. I'm like, yo, what's up? Now, me personally, I ain't never got stung by no bee, I don't think. But I did get stung by a yellow jacket. That motherfucker had my ass itching for about 40 minutes. Oh, yeah. He came out of the ground and stung me on my leg. I was like, God damn, little thing. But at the same time, you know what I always say? Nature got a funny way. I must have walked over his little nest or whatever. You know, if it was in the backyard, you know, back in the day, they throw the gasoline and they light the match and then kill the damn thing, right? But that's what they used to do. But kill the whole damn hive. But at the same time, I understand it. But what I'm letting you know is that we got like with this pollen and stuff, a lot of people did get sick. Now they call it allergy season. Now, allergy also could be by the food you eat or what you're drinking. So, but I've never seen so many young children with all these allergies. I've been seeing it lately. You know, the other day or something like that, right? Now I don't know if anybody ever had asthma, but I know one of my buddies, he had asthma and he had like one of my asthma attacks, but they had to hurt him, get him with the pump or whatever. So people just gotta understand that. That's like, hey, look, man, we kind of under some serious delusion right here. If you don't think that people getting sick from all this stuff they eating carbon in the air, not carbon, but poisoning.
Health Watch. Today is Earth Day, and you might be thinking of spending some time outside, which means sunshine, nature, and if you're like me lately, allergies. So what can we do to get some relief? We scheduled an appointment with CBS News Chief Medical Correspondent, Dr. John LaPook. Dr. LaPook, hello.
Welcome to my office.
So Exhibit A, under the table, we have the tissue box. I sat in this chair. You weren't here. Dana was here. And I was like, I've never gotten allergy. And poor Dana was talking about her lifelong battle with allergies. And then suddenly, karma hit me. So how do you know if it's allergies or if it's cold or something else?
You know, it can be tough, right? And it's context-based, right? When it's this time of year and you've got the tree pollen, and next month it'll be the grass pollen, and the symptoms are prolonged, not like a cold where it's like 7 to 10 days usually. You had more itchy eyes, and maybe the mucus is clearer as opposed to with a cold, which is thicker, may have some color to it, and also with a cold you may have fever. But it can be tough. It can be tough to tell the difference. Remember during COVID, people said, oh, it's just allergies, and everybody still backed away from you when you were sneezing.
Well, I mean, I guess it's a good problem to have, but when you go to the drugstore to buy something for your allergies, there are many options now. What do you recommend?
I will tell you first, I recommend that you think about mechanical things that you can do in your life. So I'll tell you some clinical pros. I just got off the phone with Dr. Roger Emmert, who is a great allergist, and here are some tips for you, some clinical pearls. First of all, when you come from the outside to the inside, your hair is full of pollen. So change your clothes, take a shower, because then when you're inside, the pollen just, you know, as you walk around, it's coming down, it's going, you're still.
Now, this is what I was trying to tell you. They said one, two, because I was like, hold on. And I asked the guy, he was like, oh, yeah, I wear this because of the pollen. I said, oh, okay. All right. That was kind of interesting. So I thought you were wearing it for COVID. He said, no, I'm wearing it for the pollen. Interesting. So, yeah. Once again, still putting in your own oxygen. So the mask thing could be, to me, kind of crazy, but keep windows closed. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. If it's 100 degrees outside, some people had AC on anyway. But everybody don't want to have the window closed either. So these things, the options right here, could be kind of good about it. You can use an AC and HEPA filter. Shower and wash clothes after outdoor activities. I mean, some of this stuff is actually kind of common sense to me. Most people gonna take a shower anyway. So, but the wearing the mask thing was the one that kind of got me. But some people do wear masks when stuff goes. So I mean, me personally, I tell you one thing, when it's like this, I do make sure you have a lot of water with you. I will tell you that. You know, I can say that, but you know, it is what it is. But people gotta be careful. And please, look, people, just be nice. Don't be drinking all them lattes and them daggone what people like drink, them Starbucks drinks and all that, lattes and frappes when it's daggone getting hot outside, please. Because you got an allergy, you gonna make it worse. I'm just saying, man. That's what I'm saying, right? So just want to put that out there. Like Dawson say, she detoxes. Some other people might need to do that. Just saying, you know, it makes it easy, make it easy on yourself. Don't kill yourself, right? Hey, look, now, like I said, I've been on the move. I got to leave in about 15 minutes, but I've been, some crazy shit been going on here. You know, Dawson, last week, somebody shot the damn funeral, got shooting at the funeral around here.
Yeah, I've been hearing crazy stuff about these funerals. I know my cousin passed in California. They up there pulling out guns and stuff.
Shot the man. Shot the man.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, they had a
sick.
But you notice when
his younger brother was officiating the graveside service when gunfire erupted at Oakwood Cemetery Wednesday afternoon, 24 hours removed from the virus.
Just like that. What's the dude's name? The white boy. What's his name? The white boy that stabbed the Mexican. They ain't talking about that shit.
Yeah, I saw that, Frank. I saw you sent that. I saw that.
That's why I don't. That's why.
Yeah, they cried on that. You right.
That's why I don't, them people, I don't pay them no mind. I look at them as the enemy. You know what I'm saying? And they see, they think like this with kids. And even though it's 17, I guess it's adult.
Absolutely. They don't care about children.
they treat our kids like fucking adults and shit, man. You know
Yes,
what I'm saying? They have
sir.
more sympathy and empathy for fucking animals, literal animals than us.
Hey Frank, I told you about this about a month and a half ago. I told you I was out there playing basketball one day, and they had a little 17-year-old playing me, and he was like, "Man," he told me, "Stop acting like a bitch or something." I said,
what? See what?
Who you talking to, bro? I said, "Hold on." Yeah. Uh-huh.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's not
and the guy told him. Now, on this case, I'm gonna be honest with you. They ain't gonna what? The other white boy told him, "Hey man," he said, "Hey yo," he said, "BJ man, he ain't even talking to you like that." He like, "But you're a teenager." He was like, "You talk that shit to them guys you play basketball on your high school team." He said, "You don't talk to nobody in their late 30s like that."
Facts.
Because he was like, if he rock you or something, you gonna get mad. Now I know the way.
Facts.
That's what I'm saying. They get mad if you put your hands on.
And they said the white boy stabbed those boy like 4 or 5 times, man.
He said what?
I said the white
What
boy stabbed the Mexican like 4 or 5 times. Dude, it's like, dude, they ain't.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like, oh, okay, dude. Yeah, I see.
Okay, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I just read about it, but okay, I'm gonna have to go back and watch what you sent.
But I'm gonna keep it real with you since we on BJ show though. You know what I mean? You already know me though. I'm gonna break it down a couple different ways. You know what I'm saying? So, but the thing is, to be honest with you, if that happened in 2022, why is you know what I'm saying? Why is he barely going 3 years later? And why is it right around the same time as the Carmelo Anthony, bro? They come out, they giving us.
They trying to get a race war started with the Demon Crab. No, come on, Frank. Frank, and BJ. I know you gotta go, Frank and BJ. I gotta send y'all that video. You know that guy that spoke for the Carmelo Anthony fame, man. That man funded by George Soros, man.
Yeah, I heard about that.
You did?
I sent y'all that. I played that a couple weeks ago. I said his name is Alex NJGAN. NJGAN was nasty. And when I told you, because I played it on the show a couple weeks ago, he had the mask on with Jasmine Crockett. Yeah, that's
what?
His name is Alexander.
BJ, he did.
Yeah, this is like 2020. That dude, NGAN. Next Generation.
Yeah. I know. Yeah,
Action Network or something like that. Matter of fact, his name is Alex.
But see, that's the psyop. That's the part of the psyop right there.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, oh, dude, okay.
As a matter of fact, it came out in 2014. Now, it's funny with this story. Now, this is kind of funny here. I'm gonna tell you about this. What I'm playing right here, because somehow this white boy right here, yes, this one right here you're looking at. I don't know what the hell is going on. This motherfucker be on every time of shooting. He always reported. He report every shooting around. I said, damn. Always and most times, a lot of times, most times in the hood, though. I'm not being a lot. But I'm saying, like he always.
Yeah, he probably wasn't doing the damn shooting.
Hey yo, this shit, I be like, what's his boy name? Matter of fact, this got to be John. Yeah, this John Burkett. Yeah, this guy named John Burkett. I'm just telling you, that man always come up in some feed, or they had a shooting here or something. I'm like, but damn, you don't report on shootings, or what the fuck is going on? I just tell you.
As Joe Jenkins talks about the incident and how they'll move forward.
A somber service turned chaotic and violent at Oakwood Cemetery Wednesday afternoon. Joe Jenkins from Joseph Jenkins Jr. Funeral Home says his younger brother was caught in the mix.
He wasn't so much scared for himself, but he had elderly people there, and it was
the infants there.
Yeah, there were children there, and so all those. So we had no idea that this was going to happen. So it's really more scared for the people that were there.
Police say a man was murdered after a family disagreement at the graveside service. Bullets raining down on a gathering where dozens of people were saved from natural causes.
And I just feel so bad for the family of the man that lost his life, that was grief. Serve someone is for the welfare and the compassion of the family. So my staff is fine. I just feel so bad that this happened to that poor man.
And as police continue their investigation, Jenkins says their funeral services will remain steadfast and the same, relying on their faith as they move forward.
As a Christian man, pray anyway. But other than that, and this just goes the same as if you're going to have a cup of coffee, just always aware of what happens. We look at people, we want to serve people, but we just can't live life looking over our shoulder.
Julie, my sources tell me detectives are making progress in the case, but as always, in all cases, they're asking the community for help. If you have that information, you can call their anonymous tip line, 804-780-1000, or text a tip using the P3 app.
Now, let me say this, because this area is right here in Church, the area called Churchill, Richmond. This was one of the famous neighbors in Richmond. They got a lot of gentrification going over here, but they still got, I told you, this neighbor over here, they got like 4 housing projects within probably like 2 miles of each other at best. So, as a matter of fact, one of these daggone, their funeral is not too far from one of them housing projects. Matter of fact, the cemetery stretches out over a long period to them. They got a barber shop around there too I used to go to. But what I'm saying is this might be on the other side. But what I'm saying is, I don't know if this is a family member shooting or what, but this family member shooting the other funeral. This is some crazy, but there was a dispute between members of the family. So this was just some wild shit. So a lot of people, like, what's going on? What you mean what's going on? This shit been going on. No, man. But at the same time, that shit was very crazy.
That's not the story, BJ. What all of the family member died, the elderly family member died, and the siblings or the family members started shoot one another. That's not that one, is?
No, just because this guy was 32 years old. They literally say he died of natural causes. I don't know, right? 32 years old. That's what they claim, right? But with it, I think they even put out a GoFundMe or a fundraiser. Yeah, he was 32.
32.
But they say he died of natural causes. But they did have a big shooting. They had a big shooting, so. But this happened last week, and people getting rocked out.
You're right. People do be that be happening, man. But at the same time, there's a lot of gangs. It's certain like gangs and stuff over there in Richmond, huh? Or in Virginia, huh?
It might be some of them, but
yeah, because
I mean, these motherfuckers I told you, man, it's just been Lulu, man. Ever since it started heating up, man.
I heard Virginia ain't no joke.
Certain parts of Virginia. I mean, these guys in Richmond, man, they used to have some. I guess some guys dressed up with Crips and shit, but I mean, like I told you, if you're actually looking at the youth, I ain't getting the vibe from them like like that, because I tell you, they get mad over anything. Like it could be like something very small, like these days. Like people, I told you, I just know how to handle. Like I said, okay, you saying, I called some bitch ass foul or something like that, dude. I'm not worried about that, dude. Like, yo, but I tell you one thing, because it was a girl up there who actually did get mad, right? And actually did throw the ball at him or something like that, because she used to play ball or something like that. So she got mad. So it might not be him, but it might have been another kid. Because sometimes these kids will say something. I don't know if it was him per se, but it happened because I hadn't seen her since then. But what I'm saying is that these kids will sometimes push your buttons and talk shit because let's be honest, man. They ain't got nothing. Well, put it this way. Back in the day, they said, you're grounded. They ain't taking nothing from them. But what can you take? Because what can you really take from these kids? Because if they don't got it, they got it in school. They got access to anything now. So grounding a child back is not as easy today as it was yesterday, unless you're doing it from the ground up. But everything else they got access to, it's harder to ground these children. Matter of fact, especially some people say they scared of their own children. That's another thing. Right. So, hey, look. You know something I'm thinking about it? Frankenstein. The movie, right? By the way, you know they got a new movie called Sinners out too, right? I said it might be funny they got a new movie called But you see the pastor or the funeral home director, he talking about what was he talking about? Praying or something like that, or faith. Hey, look, man. Faith without works is dead, brother. I thought it was Easter Sunday. You don't know that? You don't know that. Come on, man.
They keep talking about faith, and ain't nothing gonna get better though.
So
Mama Chick salute. Ain't nothing gonna get better, right? You talking about faith, man. Faith in what, man? Have faith in yourself.
They believe that. That's what Gay Obama gave you, right? Gay Obama gave you that hope like dope. Have hope.
Well,
hope. We got slaughtered under that gay Kenyan foreigner faggot. And see, now I'm glad to see, which I've been saying this about these foreigners among us, but now that the white boys starting to see who the problem is from these small hats foreigners, these Indians foreigners, these Asians foreigners, Africans foreigners. Now y'all see who been undermining us. But it took them to wake up to that, because all these so-called foreigner judges, I guess, blocking what Trump doing. See, that's the thing I don't like about white folk. See, your ass was so busy trying to keep your foot on our neck while these motherfuckers was y'all looking silly now. Y'all looking real silly. Oh, we need to come together, my brother and my sister. All that shit.
These motherfuckers, yeah, just like they let these motherfuckers, they let these Jew motherfuckers get in power, they let these
correct.
The thing is, it make it to where, you know what I'm saying, in your state, say if you want, you know what I'm saying, you in a liberal or Democrat state, whatever the case is, or whatever the case is, right? You know what I'm saying? Or even a state like Texas that has a lot of Mexicans, right? Or Hispanics, whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You have your little son or somebody like that trying to look for a job or something like that, or somebody in your family, you know what I'm saying, trying to get their first job. Man, guess who's gonna be doing the hiring? A bunch of Mexicans. Guess who they gonna hire? A bunch of Mexicans.
Absolutely. They do it all the time. They do it all the time.
White people don't even do it like that. White people motherfuckers, they'll hire white motherfuckers, yeah. But they'll mix it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they'll mix it. Yeah, I give it to white folks to mix it up, because you're right. But them, they hire straight they own. I had to report a McDonald's like that one time. I said, damn, this when my son was real little. I say, well, damn, it's the different times coming up here. I don't never see nobody else that look like people in the community. That's the problem. I reported their ass all the way to corporate. My daddy had to report a Family Dollar like that in the neighborhood we grew up in. He's like, how the hell the neighborhood look majority like us and y'all had this? It used to be like this. But see, they have to, you can sue them for discrimination. See, you can sue the company now. You can sue McDonald's and you can sue Family Dollar now. See, you can't do that.
Right. And then they don't even do nothing like
come here. They don't abide by our laws, though, Frank. They don't abide by our laws, man.
You know what I'm saying? They'll put, you got to be bilingual. You got to be this. You got to
right.
Bro.
Right.
So, I mean, they can't just say you got to be straight Mexican. They can't say that out off the back like that. So they got to play it off and put. See, I already know the game because psychology. Psychology. That's my thing and shit. So I already see it's a psychological play. You know what I'm saying? On the and then we all fighting for crumbs. We're fighting for crumbs. So on the smaller level, you know what I'm saying? We all fighting for crumbs on the smaller level, dude. You know
yeah, but then you got them, I said, undermining you at the end of the day. Now they getting deported and they want everybody to feel sorry for them. No, we don't need your labor no more. We don't need y'all no more. Plus now it done got out of control. It's too many of y'all. Now it's too many of y'all. Y'all got to go back. It's too many. Plus the economy changing anyway. You ain't gonna need all the people in the workforce. Come on, let's just be honest.
And it, just like boy, BJ, I know. Okay, just BJ, real quick. Just like boy, the dude that they sent to El Salvador. He's come to find out he's really actually entered the country illegally.
Yeah,
and he got caught smuggling people. So that's my thing is this: whatever illegal, not illegal. They fight harder for these people that aren't from this country than us, bro. Like,
that's a big red flag. A big. How many people do they white? Remember, that's why I was pissed off. They told me they got kids trapped in cages. The cages started under Gay Obama and Jim Crow Joe Biden. If you learn your history, I don't know if y'all even saw the video. What Trump was, they did. The white guy was interviewing these kids at colleges, campuses, and people just on the street. And they was talking about Trump was racing devices for trying to send people back. The white boy flipped the script on that ass and played the clip where Gay Obama was talking about deportation. And go look at the numbers of who did y'all see how many people Bill Clinton deported? I think 10.3 million.
Mm-hmm.
Go look at them numbers. Go look at the numbers on the George Bush and Ronald Reagan. But they talking about Trump ain't even got to 100,000. Y'all raising hell? Man, these people got Trump derangement. It's God damn, daughter, mine is a terrible thing to waste. I see that movie Get Out tells it all, man. How you can literally put people in a hypnosis state and they don't even fucking know it. That's why you can have people go shoot up schools.
And that's another thing with this.
I'm about to show you some real hypnosis.
What you gonna say, BJ?
No, you good. I'm about to show you some real hypnosis here. Watch this.
Another thing too with this case too, with the Carmelo thing. You know, I think, you know what I'm saying, it's a thing on our mind, but still, there's still some principles to it, right? Because they talk about, oh man, he had a knife. Why would you bring a knife to the school? Or why would you bring it into an event? Aren't y'all shooting schools up? Aren't y'all motherfuckers shooting schools up, bro? But you talk about a motherfucker.
Come on, Frank. Come on now. Come on. Let's talk. If we really want to talk about, I mean, y'all got several bodies on y'all hand, several of them. While you worried about a knife and one knife, man. But white lives matter, though. Okay.
Yeah, you got all these white lives.
White lives matter, doing y'all bodying each other. We can go way back to Columbine. Shit.
That's causing the division. These motherfuckers causing that. Oh, white lives, but dude. Okay, so
they do it, Frank.
Is it white lives matter when the mass shooters are shooting other white people up in these schools?
That's a great point.
It's not the same smoke. When the white boy stabbed the Mexican, it's not the same smoke. Okay, my bad.
That's a great point.
Oh, you good. I just wanted to point this out before I go. So I always say I gotta do a analysis on this thing, and I said this, and I'm gonna file out the reports. But I said, and I had even told Dawson, we're gonna see how much money we made on Easter. Well, they said consumer plan is spend $23.6 billion on Easter this year, which is up from $22.4 billion in 2024 and approaching record $24 billion spent in 2020. This spending is expected to be distributed across various categories, with candy being the most popular item, followed by food and gifts. Now, that's all I'm going to say here about Mr. Easter Sunday, because, hey, look, at least I did learn something very good. I learned that the Jesus that y'all was worshiping, it took him 2 days to rise. The Pope died in 3, or so they say, which was the ultimate sacrifice. Hey, look. So while you were spending money and all that for Easter, your ham and all that stuff, somebody kept the faith, and it wasn't you.
Man, them people, they playing that. They talking about a few days before the Pope died, he met with J.D. Vance. They got a picture. y'all really believe that shit?
And he did a Masonic handshake.
There you go. Yep, I saw it. I saw it.
And he said the Pope died of a heart attack. Look at he died of a heart attack. Bullshit.
I thought he had pneumonia. Man, come on. See what I'm saying?
He been dead.
He been dead. Yeah, that's what everybody else was saying. He had been dead. Yeah, a lot of people.
He said free Palestine. Why would he say damn? All right.
But
see, the motherfuckers, didn't they start Islam? Did they help
start
start Islam?
Everybody can go to the funeral and stuff.
I'm saying,
hey, all I'm gonna tell you,
Catholic Church, boy,
is that man did an Easter celebration. That man was at that Easter celebration. So what I'm saying, for the last time, get it, women, and men. Well, yeah. First of all, bunnies don't lay fucking eggs, and reindeers don't fucking fly. Okay, let's be real. Okay, is that fine? I mean, deers don't fly, right? You know, them deers I see outside sometimes. You know, they don't fly, man. They walk around and hop, and they might hop or whatever. You might think they fly when they hop on your damn car and break that motherfucker, but that motherfucker, he hopped, right? But what I'm saying is, let's be real, people. Cut out the nonsense. Get that. Look, if they got $23 billion of Easter egg you, I need to see some money and not just going to the church on Sunday. Matter of fact, I might need to get up early one morning and go sit there and wait for the deacon to come to the bank to drop off that deposit, man. Where you dropping that money to, man? You got a whole lot of money yesterday on Easter Sunday, man. I know your girls had your fly outfits on, you had nice hats on and all that. But matter of fact, come to think about it, I don't know. Because they girl, hey, look, they go to the club. In the bottom, it became a church scene when they play that boots on the ground. Them girls be flapping their fans and shit.
Yeah.
I said, damn, it is church for real, lady. We are going to church when I see the girl with the fans. And I think, oh, they are really, this is really getting kind of scary, actually. But they did put out a movie for you called Sinners with Michael B. Jordan, and I forgot the other guy right now. But they got the movie called, so they just said, fuck it, we going all that. See here, a movie called Sinners, man. They right there. And by the way, remember this, Frank Dawson. He did sacrifice himself on the cross for you. Or did they tell you that? That was another con game, wasn't it? Yeah, right. Damn. Got you again. But hey, look. You sacrificed and gave up that money, though, that you put in that collection plate. So, hey, look. That was a good sacrifice. Hey, look. Somebody getting rich. That's right. And somebody is still holding the bag. So, matter of fact, preacher, while you at it, tell them young women stop buying them Versace bags and Prada bags. You know, because I don't know how they can afford to give you money and then go buy that too. Damn! They doing good. And by the way, one more thing. Please, it's 2025. Take this goddamn, these crazy eyelashes and stop getting these damn surgeries, man. Shoot, I had a guy, I said, dang, I told him, then your homegirl, didn't she have breast surgery or something a couple weeks ago or something like that? And he was like, well, a couple years ago. He like, yeah, she said her back hurting. I said, damn. Well, you know, maybe she shouldn't have had those implants, but she did, Dawson. She said she wants to look more beautiful. Beauty and the Beast has a price.
Oh, okay.
It got a price, man. Yeah, she had, because I told him, because one time he told me she asked about you, how you been doing. And he said she might want to hire you to do something. I said, wait, that's the one with the big breast, right? He like, yeah. I said, she had surgery. I'm like, I ain't know she. He like, you didn't know that? I said, I never really paid attention to her like that. And he was like, yeah, she been had them implants. She said her back's starting to hurt. Well, then you talk to the doctor then. You can't call BJ because BJ doesn't even know that. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to find out. She had naturally pretty face. Somebody must have told her, you look better if you do this, right? You know how peer pressure must be a motherfucker. Hey, just remember, Dawson, stay pretty, natural, and not insane. That's all I'm saying. Don't be insane, please. Please don't be insane. Because it's getting crazy. Because when I went back and looked at that story about that woman down there in Miami that went there, that woman just had a baby and went to go get cosmetics. Yes. Her and her sister went down there to go get cosmetic surgery. See what I'm saying? So, hey, look.
And David.
Yes, she did die. Now, I'm going to say this, but they had a song called Love So Many People Use Your Name by Music Soul Child. Well, that is a nice song, but in reality, this is some not love. This is vanity over sanity. As Chak says, right? Now, go ahead, Dawson. Shout out your information. And then, of course, the weather. Well, you already told me the weather, my fault. But it's raining again, so
yeah, it's coming. It's coming again. But yeah, IG share _ speaks with a Z after the S21, or you can check out my other IG because they blocked me on that one. But you can still follow me on that because I still post. Share Speaks with a Z instead of a S. TV. TikTok, Share Speaks. Appreciate the show, BJ. Good information.
All right, no problem. What's up, Frank?
Yeah, man. You just gotta stay righteous, man. You know what I'm saying? They you know what I'm saying? All this funding and shit.
Don't try to put a spell on me like church name. You're righteous. Now fuck with you.
You know, they spend all this funding and shit, and, you know, California, all these places, and but budget deficit and all this bullshit. This is all bullshit to me, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all bullshit. It's all a game. You know what I'm saying? I just see this shit for what it is. That's why, you know what I'm saying? It's just all about, you know, coming together with like-minded people, man, and coming together and having a solution, man. Because other than that, this shit is a bunch of games and bullshit. And I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not falling for their bullshit ass. You know what I'm saying? This society that they trying to implement. It's just all. What's the name, man? It's all. What's that shit called? You know what I'm saying? Fascism. It's been fascism like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? The people don't have no say at all. We ain't got no say. You know what I'm saying? We got to come together. We got to start giving these people policy. They're giving us policy. Everything is backwards in this American society, man. And it's been like this for, you know what I'm saying, since the beginning. You know what I'm saying? All this, even social media, everything is to distract you and brainwash you. You know what I'm saying? And keep you docile. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then, you know, everything's a psyop. Like, this money. What'd you say?
Carnivals up the street.
Right?
Carnivals up the street, man. I told you
know what I'm saying? Even like this money.
Hey, man, they got clowns in the carnival, man.
Fact. Even like this money.
Carnival and Easter Sunday is a big combination.
Even this money's a psyop. You know what I'm saying? All this shit, you know what I'm saying? Everything, it's all bullshit. We got to come together, man. You know what I'm saying? And but at the same time, people that have more of a prominent voice and people that have, you know what I'm saying, have maybe a little bit more wealthy or maybe more famous, wherever the fuck the case is, or more have followers, viewers, whatever the fuck the case is, they're not trying to do that. So I already see what motherfuckers is doing. A lot of these big channels, I'm starting to not to fuck with a lot of these motherfuckers. They full of shit. You know, they talk that, oh, this, we need community shit, this and that. They're not really trying to do it. So, you know what I'm saying? It comes down, and I don't even really consider them grassroots like that. Wait a minute. Like that.
Community also means communion.
Say what, BJ?
I said, hey, look, community also means communion. So the Pope had communion.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So, you know what I'm saying? So
and that's why they say a lot of people, I guess, getting paid to be on these airways, because now y'all know it's something to what's going on, y'all. Because now I've been watching a couple of videos trying to grow one of my channels, but what they saying now, they putting out like too much information. Like too much information, too many people. That's really not normal. But I don't think how they pay them people in the media, how they pay the guy that's representing the Carmelo Anthony guy. Don't think they don't pay these people to push certain agendas and put this information out here.
Right. And even the people that talking against it, all these white people, against Carmelo Anthony and all against it, all the motherfuckers are full of shit too. And you know what I'm saying?
That's why that White Lives Matter thing flopped.
Right, because it's not genuine. Because
correct,
even though what's his name, that's a psyop too. What's his name? Kyle Rittenhouse came and spoke, you know, on the behalf. But see, that's all a psyop too. Because now we linking another case, a psyop case to another psyop case. So that's how you know it's a play. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's not a play. It's a play on your psyche.
Okay,
on your psychology.
That's right.
On your discernment. You see what I'm saying? But these white, that's why I don't mess with them. They talk all this, this snow, man. But then, you know what I'm saying? Then they have that same smoke, you know what I'm saying, for Kyle Rittenhouse and all these other motherfuckers and Dylan Roof and all these motherfuckers. They talk hatred for white man, the white man, hatred. Motherfuckers don't be going down in no churches and mowing y'all down. Motherfuckers don't be, y'all do that. Y'all have hatred for yourselves, dude.
Well, again, Frank, this just exposing them more. You say you're not racist, but and the whole world is looking at this, and you wonder why these Muslims taking over these European countries. But okay,
that's a good point. We're gonna say, BJ.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I ran into that actually a couple of days ago. We was out, and the guy he was playing basketball. He said, I'm not playing with that Asian guy. I said, okay. And I just, I just couldn't remember what he said. The Asian guy told him he was racist straight out.
We want to play basketball. Shit. Man, get your
See, that's what I'm saying. See that right there. See that right there.
Be us and shit. It's just like the Mexicans out here trying to be us and shit. Oh, rap. Oh, black people are trying to single. Y'all trying to single us and corner us out the rap market. The motherfucking Creed people run that shit. You dumb motherfucker. Y'all motherfuckers, y'all Masonic. Y'all know that. It's all games, bro. It's all divisive. It's all trying to stage. Oh, having a motherfucker. Oh, this side be mad at this side. I already see the play. You know what I'm saying? Why y'all? How do y'all run with Aryan racist skinheads in the fucking in jail and prison, but outside you want to be rappers, bro? How does it make sense?
How does that? You're right, Frank. That's
run with the white skinhead racist motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But yet you want to rap and say the N word with the A. You know what I'm saying? On the end of it in a rap record when you get out. You know what I'm saying? That shit is corny. And then these brothers out here, I'm sorry, man. These brothers out here are corny. They be yeah, some of them. You got some of them calling them out. Hey man, yeah, whoop some of them, but most of them. These brothers out here in California, man, they so with that gang banging bullshit. These motherfuckers will not go at. They act like they do not want to go at the white boys in the Asian. I mean the Mexican, but they go at each other. You guys, oh man, what's up, man? Pull up, drop your address and all that shit. Yeah, you got all that smoke for another brother though, right? That's why I don't respect these dudes. I don't respect these dudes, man. I don't respect it, man. I don't respect it. You know what I'm saying? And half these niggas that been in prison in county jail. How do you? So I'm confused. So the prison rules as far as sticking with your race and being loyal doesn't apply when you get out. That's some bitch shit. That's some bitch shit. That's why I don't fuck with people, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's why you can't deal with everybody. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
wow,
interesting. But y'all can catch me at XX Frank Nitty XX on YouTube and on Instagram. I know BJ got to go, but yeah, man, we got to stand on business, man. We got to stand on principle, man, and morality, man. It seems like there is no morality, but damn, the people that are in their late 30s and 40s and 50s like us and shit. Well, I remember that morality. I'm gonna keep that shit. I'm gonna hold that shit.
I know. Are we the last of the dying breed with that?
So it seems like this internet shit is helping it, is pushing this shit.
They did have a song called "Last of Dying Breed," and you're hanging on to the rope because actually some of these motherfuckers that I told you when I start seeing women in 50 going to get tattoos with their daughters, I'm already tapped out.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Well, I'm already tapped out, but I'm gonna say this. Like I said, Chak, I don't know he's still around, but if he's not, he's editing Chak Wilder right on the screen and Chak Wilder Instagram and Shakira is at his Facebook. But I will say this about these things that we've been talking about it, but like so you last couple weeks just been like wow, but I will say this that man, people take care of your health. Be smart. Put down the. Hope you didn't eat too much ham and stuff on Easter Sunday. He did. Hey, look. I mean, because around here the patient first was packed. The urgent care center was packed the day after. After the big holiday adults, how they come in the hospital. They pick up the little thing. Hey, look, I got my stomach hurt. Dang, oh man, you got food poisoning and shit. You know how it go.
Wow.
That's how it be. But so you are your own. Your body is your temple. Remember this one thing. That's what they call a temple. I don't know where you got a temple. You are the temple, right? But here's the problem. Look at this. They always talk about, protect your organs. What's the biggest organ of the human body? It's the skin.
Your skin.
So, first off, if you know the skin, your biggest organ, you got to watch what you put on it, right? Common sense. I mean, so let's just think about it in the context. So, watch what you're ingesting, watch what you're inhaling. Look, I'm gonna be dead on with you. I hate to say this. I know it was 420 the other day. Matter of fact, coincidentally, Hitler's birthday and Easter Sunday fell on the same day. Did you see that? Right?
Yeah, I saw that. You said that shit. Oh my gosh.
See, that lets you know that the
number. I saw that. You said that. Damn. Boy,
Stoners.
we being played, man.
They
These
make
motherfuckers.
these stupid ass holidays, holy days. They make, you know what I'm saying, get it holy day. They make all this bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And they could try to understand that gematria, there's a lot to that. There's a lot to this numerology because they can make any date, they can make whatever on any date they want. It's all bull. That's why, man, these people sick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they sick. Yeah, they sick. I mean, so is it true? I mean, kind of, it's true what Malcolm X said about the white man. I mean, it's true. I'm sorry. It's true. They rapers, murderers, pedophiles, man. Kill, privilege, steal. Man, come on.
And look, and guess what? And here go the other thing. One more thing. And get paid to do it.
You better believe it. You better believe it.
Capitalize off your demise.
Yes, sir. What Kanye say? What did Kanye say, BJ?
Dramatize and monetize.
Yes, sir.
That dude, what's up with that cat, man? I know you got to go, BJ. I ain't trying to, but dude, what's up?
Well, you good. I heard about it. I heard what he's talking about the oil sex thing or whatever. I heard about this shit. I was like, yeah, that was kind of weird. That was kind of weird. I can tell that was a little weird. But hey, I mean, hey, look, man. You know,
ain't nothing wrong with Kanye. That conscious and what y'all made y'all allegiance to. Now you can't sleep good at night, so you trying to clear that karma.
Didn't he say somebody's doing something with his cousin and shit? Dude, what's up with this dude, man?
What?
That's what I was talking
about. Doing some sexual acts with his cousin.
That was kind of. Yeah, he was talking about something about some oral sex with his cousin or some shit like that.
Oh my God.
But hey, look, I just tell you, I'm gonna take that back. It ain't weird because you know what? The amount of I ain't telling you that, man. I don't know whether it was 420 or was it Easter, but I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know what these women doing, but please look when I go out because the guy asked my buddy around. He said, "Hey man," he said, "Look, your club ain't marketed to get club." He's like, "Why the fuck all these dice coming to this motherfucker?" He was like, "He don't know where all these dice are coming from." I said, "I don't know either."
He finna start losing business.
You gotta understand these motherfuckers. Well, good thing he's a good guy around. So it's just that sometimes they come. It ain't that many, but it'd be like, you know, I ain't gonna say it's like more than, but you know, like you see 5 couples of them, you know, together. Or but they don't even be dykes on. They could be both ways. Because a lot of times I've been telling you, they were telling my boy telling me the other day, yeah, you know, they got the, you know, they all on the Instagram and the phones and stuff. And these women don't look gay, but they be dancing each other, smacking each other on the ass and shit. Wow. Right? but
and I remember you go in the club, shoot, everybody, I mean, you ain't had them problems.
Yeah, dancing with them.
Everybody just dancing.
He said he tried to dance with. She was like, no, I ain't dancing with you. Nothing like that, right? You know. So he was like, okay, whatever.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, she said.
But then you'll have them years later, motherless. Ain't married, ain't even in no relationship. We could say ain't been in a relationship. You see, with the like Tracy Ellis Wiles and Vivica A5, ask some bitches how many relationships they really be. I ain't talking about getting fucked and paid. I'm talking about relationships.
Oh shoot.
I bet you they couldn't tell you on one finger. I'm gonna talk about that Friday too. I'm gonna talk to these bitches. I've been busy, but they've been out. I'm gonna go in on them sister girls. Of it. I'm sick of it. I know my value. I know my value, my work, but I know I also know my place as a woman too. You gotta do your motherly duty, womanly duty. I mean, it's you somebody to make me better. Bitch, ain't you better? Ain't you better? What you need somebody to do better for? That's being somebody who's codependent.
Yo, that's some crazy shit.
But see, this is what I tell y'all, Frank. This is why other cultures don't mix with other cultures. When you start mixing white, black, and I'm just saying, Mexican, black, I'm just saying, it creates problems ball of confusion. So you can't get mad when other cultures don't try to keep the blood pure. I mean, even Queen Elizabeth and them, how they do them royals. I mean, they'll marry their own distant cousin or cousins or brother. Yep. Just saying, it's something to that, man. It's something to that. Because I'm telling you, a lot of these mixed kids, they real confused.
I got some in my family, man.
Oh, they mixed up. Man, them kids just, it's like, I don't know. My bad, BJ, I know you gotta go, but
You good? I was gonna say, just Shaq, you back. Go ahead, shout out your own information then.
Yep, Shaq Waller, baby. Instagram, YouTube.
All right, well, yeah. All right, well, I'm glad. Hey, look, man, Shaq, I'm glad we talked about this chemical knowledge. We can do it again. And then another thing, I want to bring up this. By the way, I'm glad you didn't give no money to the Easter Bunny. Neither did I, and neither did either the other. It's Dawson and Frank. And good, don't give any money to the Easter Bunny. And hey, look, as a matter of fact, you know, my family back in the day used to have a rabbit coop. So that would have been a nice big bunny to pluck. Who's really under that suit? Could it be the Vatican or a pedophile under the suit?
Come on now. Come on. Who under that dress? Man, go look up that Greco-Roman shit. That's why they used to wear them dresses, because they had little kids under their dress sucking it. Man, them people sick, man. They sick, man.
Yeah.
My fiance turned me. I was like, man, them people sick. Well, I couldn't believe that shit. Them sick people.
Hey.
Dang.
Well, y'all take your time. But I just wanted to throw that out to you. Who's really, like Dr. Khalid Muhammad said, I want the Pope to see what's under that dress.
Come on now. Come on. Come on.
Hey.
All right, BJ. Peace out, y'all.
All right, y'all.